Hi, welcome back, and you're very welcome if you're new. So I have an unboxing for you today, Archer and Olive planner. I've had one of these planners before, used it as a journal, and I was really impressed with the quality. Love everything about it other than the size, to be honest, and that's just a personal preference because I prefer a larger size planner. So this year, whenever I saw that they offer B5, I was straight onto it because then that would make it perfect for me. I'll get to unboxing it in just a second, but as normal, whenever I look at a new planner, I like to give the details of what they have on offer for the year. So if that's not something you're interested in and you just want to see the unboxing, there are chapters in the video that you can skip about and watch it in whatever way suits yourself. So let's get started. So for 2025, they have a minimal floral undated planner. This comes in A5 and in B5, and it features an elegant floral border design. It's debossed, which means it's stamped in rather than just placed on the planner, if that makes sense. And it's on a rich brown vegan leather cover, and the design spans around the notebook with special debossed details in the spine and on the front cover. Then their other undated option is called the Storybook Undated Planner. And again, it comes in A5 and in B5. And it features an intricate full cover design inspired by vintage special edition books. It's part debossed and part hand stamped. So the way debossed is something that's pressed into the cover. Hand stamped will sit on top of the cover, and it's usually with foiling, and that's what this is. So it's hand stamped with an iridescent foil, and it has a pewter and copper shift on the foil, which sounds stunning, and it's on a grey vegan leather cover. So the design spans a full notebook with special debossed and foil details on the back cover, the spine and the front cover. Then we get into the dated options. So their dated planners for this year are Wonderstruck, and it comes in A5 and B5. Their dated planners are slightly more expensive. So if you're wanting to save money and you're using stickers anyway to date your planner, you might want to go towards the undated option and save the money. It's up to yourself. So this features a celestial design. It's hand stamped in silver holographic foil on a light blue buckram cover. So if you want the fabric feel but it's easier to clean, that's a good option. This design spans around the planner as well, with special debossed details on the spine and front cover. And because this is a fancier dated planner, it features special gilded edges and end page designs. And then the final option is the Storybook Dated Planner. This features an intricate full cover design. It's part debossed and part hand stamped with gold foil on a warm brown vegan leather. So the undated is the grey one, Storybook, and the Storybook dated is the warm brown vegan leather, just so you don't mix those two up because they're the same name. The design spans around the planner with special debossed details on the spine and front cover. And again, because it's the dated, it features special gilded edges and end page designs. The undated planners have 176 pages. But the dated planners have 192. And the reason is you get a couple of extra months in the dated planners, whereas the undated are the 12-month versions. But they're all 160 GSM, regardless of which option you pick. So, which one did I choose? And let's get it unboxed. I was so torn between the two Storybook options, either the undated or the dated. I really had a hard time deciding. I can't wait to look at it. I'm sure both of them look stunning regardless. And I also love the idea of it being like an old vintage book with the brown leather. So yeah, I went for the dated Storybook. So it comes in this charcoal box with gold metallics on it. I was going to say gingham, but that's not really gingham. What would you call that? Tartan? I don't know. But it's a beautiful box it comes in, really stunning. Is that gold actually? I think that might be copper. Anyway, so this is what the planner looks like. Stunning. I just can't with how gorgeous this book is. So you can see what I mean about it being part debossed and part hand stamped, or embossed, you could also call that. Really beautiful. So that's the front. And then the spine also has the gorgeous details. You know, I can just picture that in a bookshelf with that pattern showing. And then this is the back. And the back only has the debossed, it doesn't have the gold foiling part, but that's fine by me. And then because it's the fancy dated one, it has the gilded edges here. Okay, you get a pen loop and it is in a black, and then an elastic closure that is in the same colour as the planner. And it is a lay flat binding like all their books. Inside has gold foiling, and this book belongs to. And the A5 of this will look exactly the same inside, it's just smaller. Okay, so your first page is a graph page, and like I always say with bound books, the first one is the glue too high page that I always glue together, but you can use it if you want to, you just have to sort of press it down. And then we get another graph page and we get a 2025 overview. And I love the fact that there's just absolutely no colour. If I wanted, I could highlight over these with different colours and I can just make it totally my own. And this is already different from the planner that I had before. This wasn't in it. It was just blank pages. And then this is another year at a glance. My previous planner had this too. It didn't say year at a glance at the top. This was blank. But this particularly really annoyed me. In an A5 size, it was just too small. So this will be much better in the bigger size. But you could use it for habit tracking. You can use it for when you post videos, which is what I did. Anything. So first to the 31st down each side, and then you have January to June here, and then July to December here. And then you get 2 blank dot grid pages, and then a blank dot grid page. And actually this is new, you get the November title and a quote, or whatever the month is, and a quote. This was just a dot grid page in my previous planner, so that's new. Personally, I would rather it just started in January, if I'm being truly honest. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I don't need the November and December. If you were someone who wanted to start now, that would be great, but I mean, for me, I might see if there's a way to take these out, depending on what I'm using it for, rather than just leaving it blank. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, then you get into the monthly layout. So it says November 2024 up here. You have a Sunday start to Saturday, and your days, blank space at the bottom, and a checklist at the side. Then the weekly, and this is the exact same layout as my previous planner, it's just bigger. So you have Monday to Sunday and a note section at the side. And I love the dot grid contained with each of the little sections. Very handy. So that's repeated for however many weeks there are. And another thing to note is with all planners that I have, this week would be contained within the next month, because it has the 1st of December. But with this planner, it keeps it in the previous month. So this is still November and then it flips to December. So it's just to be aware of that. But you get your blank page again and then your December cover. If you wanted, you could colour this in and get creative with that. Then you have your December layout and then you're into your first full week of December. And that'll just repeat the whole way through. It's very minimal. Basically your cover page, a monthly layout and the weeks, which is ideal for me. And then you have January. So let's take a look at all the covers you get for each month. So January, I am the author of my own story, which is awesome for the whole storybook theme. February is a lighthouse. March, I am worthy of love and joy, or the little kitty cat. And in here is your 2 ribbons that you get, both in the dark brown and one with an amber sand attached. April. May. That's cute. June. July. August. September. October. November, If you were someone who didn't want to have to think of your own theme, but you still wanted a theme, you could use this as your inspiration. So November would be self-care, and December, little wintry scene. And then at the very back, it goes the whole way to the 4th of January 2026. Gosh, even saying that, I don't know. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 4 notes pages, and then the 5th is part of the glued to high page, blank page, and your back pocket. And the back pocket has the fabric part here, and the paper sort of card at this part. And that is that. So really stunning planner. I'll have to have a think about what I definitely want to use it for if I'm using it, and what I want to do about those opening pages. I already know that it's amazing quality, can hold up to sticker thickness, and like I said, I loved everything about it bar the size, so I've high hopes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. Until next time, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful.